Hi all, my name is Manohar Munir and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss regarding the SERP APIs. These are the APIs which are being used extensively in AI. Today I decided to give you the brief introduction about SERP APIs as well as I will explain the use cases and the key features as well. So let's get started with the agenda. So the today's agenda would be what the actually SERP SERP API is, what are its key features, what are the common use cases in AI, what type of languages it supports for programming, and I will also walk you through the different API with which we can retrieve the live data from Google, images, or whatever the other things we wanted to get from the Google that I will walk you through. So let's get started with what is it. So SERP, the SERP API is a real-time search engine result page. API that let the developer programmatically retrieve the search result from the Google. So what we can do is we can use this API to get the real result which are being used in so many other cases for our program. So there are the two ways. One way is we directly can search from the Google and retrieve the result. The other way is we wanted to use all those results in our some of our program. For example, if you wanted to scrap something from Google and wanted to use it in our project, so in that way, definitely there is no way that we can move to the Google, fetch the things, and then add them into our project. So to overcome that problem, so SERP, they provide a API which have their own API keys or whatever the security features they have implemented. We need to use them. We would have all those endpoints available. We can hit them programmatically from our language, whatever language we wanted to use, and from there we will get the JSON data, and that JSON data can be used in our program wherever it is needed. The next point is what are the actual key features of SERP API? So the real-time knowledge from AI agents, real-time extraction of the search results, including the organic listing, maps, knowledge, graphs, shopping, news, or AI overview blocks. I mean, whatever we wanted to search from the Google that we can get from this API. It has bundle of APIs endpoints available from with which we can have all those data wherever in our AI agent is looking for or whatever we wanted to scrap, and the data would be in a structured JSON output that can be utilized, that can be parts and can be used wherever we want it. It also supports some global localization support. For example, I wanted to have all those results which are in US only, which are in France only, with the French language, with English language, with whatever the language we wanted to use. Those globalization can also be done with the parameter provided in their endpoint. It handles captchas automatically, rotating APIs, and handles the browsing automatically. So there are so many hurdles which APIs can face, but it handles automatically. Support many search engines. It's not only rely on the Google, it rely on the Bing, Yahoo, Yandex, Voodoo, whatever the best engines are available, those are being used by the SERP API. Now comes the point where we can use these SERP API and why we use them. For example, we are building an AI agent, and that AI agent is based on definitely on LLMS. So that LLMS is a model which is being trained maybe that has some older data, but we wanted to get the real-time data and the updated data. So the solution would be use the SERP API to fetch the live Google result, whatever the result would be we wanted to have according to our domain, according to our project we wanted to fetch from there. We can get using the SERP API, so it will give us the real time data, not the outdated. The basic use cases can be, it can be used in chatbot, in co-pilots, or in so many AI assistants we can use. The real-time data can be retrieved with the help of SerpAPI. Then the retrieval of the argument generation RAG, where the AI responses are not up to that much. They have some hallucinations in those responses because they are not, I mean, having the real context. So what we can use, we can combine the Serve API with the LLM so that both can work together. Real data would be coming there from there, and from that data we can perform all those operations wherever we wanted to use them. So it can be used in the real search tools, enterprise knowledge boots, or technical question and answer systems where we need a real-time data and accurate data. The other use is AI powered market and the competitor analysis. So if we wanted to build a system, and that is AI based system, in which we wanted to get the data for all of our competitors. For example, we are building, for example, shopping cart, I would say, a shopping project is being used for clothing, for example. So we wanted to get all those top data or top sites which are having these type of items. So what we will do is we will give some input to our SERP API with our parameter, and that API will get all those competitor real-time data. They collect the SERP data, ads, ranking, snippets, also analyze the competitor automatically, generate the insights and reports. So these type of things we can do with the SERP API. We can give that to this domain, yeah, this type of information we need for our competitor, so it will get. And as far as the next common use is, that is the SEO optimization in AI. So it fetches the top ranking pages. In I wanted to have my website to be ranked in the top 10, for example. So definitely we have to have all those keywords, all those things which are being used to make that page up to the top position. So we will what we do is we will use the Serve API to get all those top ranking pages, analyze the title, which type of titles are being ranked top, which are the keywords those are being used in their pages, which are making them the top position, the snippet, the suggestion, optimized content. So these type of things we can automate them with the help of SERP API. So it will give us all those top position ranking titles, keywords, and whatever the content they have been used, we can scrap from there. And then news and trending detections. So we can use SERP API in all those domains, in all those projects, wherever we wanted to get all those breaking news, trending topics, and the brand mentions. So what we can do is we can search with the use of SERP API that what are the breaking news at 9 a.m. for example, at 10 a.m. assuming in US, in French, in other countries. So according to those areas, it will scrap the breaking news, trending topic, and the brand mentioned in that search query. So it will get all those trending things with the help of Serve API, and then we can use all those data for our own website or our own project. And then the training data for AI model, we can search the data because in AI, the model training is one of the key feature. If your model is well trained, then definitely it can behave like a human. Mean it can search, it can get the data, it can manipulate on that, it can give you the answers, and these type of stuff they are being used in the model. So for to get the data and to train all those models, what we have to do is we need to search the data, the updated data, the pattern which are being used, and the public sentiment signals. All these type of things can be scrapped using the SERP API, and those SERP API can give you the actual data with which your model can be trained. And once the model is trained with all those variation, that it can give you a appropriate or accurate answer. And the last thing is AI agent. AutoGPT or Agentic AI. So with the help of the SERP API, what we can do is we can decide when to search. I mean, it would be a event basis that we can decide when it should be searched, what when the SERP API should be called, and what are the reasons on the result. So we can have all type of workflows in which we can give the action, we can give the condition that up to for using these conditions you need to search it. If that result come, then you need to perform the next step. So these type of step, this stuff we can use using the AI agent, using the SERP API. We can train them accordingly. We can give the conditions or the actions which it need to perform, and what next should be done. So that also can be a very useful use case for SERP API. Now comes what type of programming languages are being supported by SERP API. So SERP API, they are providing so many common languages. I would say they are being used in the market. I mean, in their official SDK, they have this support for JavaScript or Node.js. They have the Python as a language. They have the Ruby on Rails, PHP, Go, C Sharp. These all common languages are being supported by SERP API. So these are the common languages which can be used. But other than that, if any language that support the HTTP support, because all those SERP API they are being handled using the HTTP support. So mean they are just a get API. So any language which support the HTTP that can use the SERP API. So I have listed few of them like Java can be used, Swift or Objective C, that iOS that can use the Serve API, Kotlin, Rust, Perl, Bash or Shell script where the HTTP is being used. So these type of languages are also supported for Serve API. So if you talk about the real-time example in which we can use the Serve API in AI, so I have created a simple agent. So I'm just going to walk you through that how the SERP API behave here and what type of advantages we can get from the SERP API. So just for the sake of information, I have created an AI agent, and that agent will get some text from here as a message. So once those message will be retrieved from here, so these are the things on which these agents this agent is being dependent on. For example, I have used the OpenAI chat model. That is a separate topic. I'm not going to discuss it here today. So OpenAI definitely that is also used in AI, but I will cover it in a separate topic. And then we have memory where all those messages will be saved. I mean, if you wanted to have some tools to for calculation, for keywords or whatever the other tools we wanted to, we can use it here. But our real topic is SERP API. So I have connected the SERP API as a tool here. So what would happen is I will give a prompt that, for example, I need a weather in California, assuming. So what I will type is I will type a weather prompt here. This agent will look into it into the SERP API, which is already been connected here, and with the help of that API, it will retrieve the result, and that result can be shown here at the bottom. So that is just overview that how the SERP API is being connected with the AI agent. But what the actual the SERP API is that I wanted to walk you through. So here is this website for search engine results, serpapi.com. We can register it, though I have registered with a free account just the sake of this video. So for the free account, you can have the 250 search per month. One search mean once you search it first time, it will count as a one, and then it will mean counting in every search. So if you go to this documentation on the left hand side, you will see so many things listed over here, in which you will see some of the APIs written over there. For example, Google Light Search API, Google Ad Transparency API, Google AI Mode API, Google AI Overview API. So many APIs are being listed here. So I will walk you through the code, how it works, few of them, and then you can explore it by all your own. And if you have any question, you can ping me in my channel, so I will answer it accordingly. For example, I just wanted to see for example, flight information. So what I will do is I will go to this Google Flight API. So what I will do is I will connect this flight API where with this agent, assuming, right? So assuming we already connected it, and how it works is, as you can see, is it uses this endpoint, mean SerpAPI.com search, and then the engine is the key here in the SERP API. So all those endpoints, whatever the engine we wanted to use, that will be listed here. For example, we have a Google Flight. So for Google Flight, it should have a Google Flight here. For Google Hotel, it should have Google underscore hotel. For images, it should have Google underscore images, and then the rest of the parameters are different. So the engine here is the key point. So if we run this endpoint with the help of Postman, or with the help of whatever we wanted, me, for example, I have connected with the AI, so it will give the results, but definitely we have to have the other parameters as well. So for those parameters, there are so many other details, optional detail. We can provide the departure ID, arrival ID. What should be the localization? As I mentioned, I mean, it should be looking for only US, UK, or whatever we wanted to, which area it should look into. We can have then HL, what type of language it should use, what currency we wanted to use. So advanced Google 5 parameters, the type, we can tell that it should be a round trip, one way, multiple cities. So many parameters are being provided here, which can be used. Those are not compulsory, those are optional. Whatever parameter we will add, it will give the result accordingly. Sorting, filtering, everything is available here. So let's move the bottom of the API where it will give us the result. So once we will execute that query, so this type of information in the JSON will be coming back to us. So many nodes are there, whatever we are using, but I'm just showing you the example that how we can use it. As you can see in the get API, see this the search.json is the endpoint, and we are providing the engine here, that is a engine, Google Flight. We are giving a departure ID, whatever ID we wanted to, arrival ID, where we wanted to go, where we wanted to arrive, right? What should be the date, what should be the return date, what should be the currency, and what should be the language. So these all parameters can be provided in the same manner as we are providing in our query string, I would say. So once those are provided, so it will retrieve the data accordingly. So as you can see, data is being retrieved. So there are so many languages, as I mentioned. We can have, I specify, specifically I filtered the .NET. So you can see the key is provided over here, and then the hash table will be created. In hash table, we can provide all those parameters which are needed. The most important is engine, and after the engine, we need to provide all those parameters. And once we have the Google search with HT, our hash table, as well as the API key, it will retrieve a JSON data, and from that JSON data, we can have all those information listed here, and those information can be utilized in our project. We can dump it, whatever we wanted is the whole, I would say, a JSON with all those nodes would be available here. So in the same manner, let me walk you through one more, so that you should be clear that what I'm saying is, for example, if you wanted to get the Google hotels information, so in that case, if that information is needed, then definitely what we can do is we can have the engine as a Google hotel as a engine, and then the rest of the parameters can be provided accordingly. So what we can do is, let me go through at the bottom. So we provided it should be a hotel as an engine, right? What should be the search result where we wanted it? For example, wanted to a search should be a Bali resort, and then this is our check-in date, this is our checkout date, how many adults would be there, how many children would be there, how many, what would be the currency, what should be the language, and all those type of stuff we can provide here and will retrieve the data. So this is pretty much what we can do with Serve API. So many things are available. You can explore them. We have Google Job API here, Lens API, local API, local services, maps, whatever things we wanted. As I mentioned, news, we can get the news, breaking news over there. What the Play Store is trending, we can get from here. Shopping, Google Shopping, we can get from. So many things are available there. Even Google EP Video API is also available. At the bottom, you will also see the YouTube search API as well. So these type of stuffs all are available. So I hope you understand what I wanted to communicate. So if you have any question, you can ask me directly in my channel. So I hope you like this video. Bye bye.